We're going to talk about these people that should be on your business team. This should be who you build as a group around you to ensure that you are taking the appropriate steps to achieve your goals. I'm Andrea Patrick today, you guys. Hello, if you're new here. I am here to help you with all things business, beauty, and lifestyle, and how you can be the CEO of your life in all things to achieve your goals and realize your dreams. Okay, so let's dive in today. We've got 4 people that I think that you should have on your team. Now, I've talked about these in a blog post. I will try to find that blog post and link it in the show notes below. But for now, I'm going to talk to you about them in a little bit different light. If you remember, I do have a video called The 5 Stages of Entrepreneurship. I am referencing that video because I think these are 4 team members that you should have in your circle of influence. And they all have different roles and how they work with you to encourage you and get you where you want to be in your business, to keep your head up, if you will. So let's dive in. The first one is the realist. Now, I don't know if this is my favorite one or not, but this is definitely the one that you need for sure. If you don't have any of the other ones, this is the one that you need. The realist on your team is going to be the person that keeps it real with you no matter what. They are going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. It's not always pretty, but it is always necessary. That one person that you know beyond a shadow of a doubt will always tell you the truth. The realist is also going to validate you, but they're going to do it in an honest way. Now, let me just back up here. I know that other people don't have to validate you. You should have your own value. And we talk about that inside Project CEO. We also talk about those mindsets that need to be accessed inside the CEO circle, which is my community. So we go over that in detail. So I don't mean that these people have to validate you to make you feel important. But what I mean is that they're going to be real with you and they're going to put a stamp of approval on the things that you say that will really work and that are going to be helpful, but they're going to do it honestly. They're not just going to be signing and co-signing on things just because you said them. I think this is a great quality to have in a person in your circle of influence. The other thing that this realist is going to do is they're going to be supportive, but they're not going to be judgmental. There are going to be times where maybe your ideals and their ideals are not in alignment, but they are big enough of a person to support you in what it is you're doing, but not judge you because it's not the way they would do it. I think this is important in a team member, don't you? Put a comment down below and tell me if this is a valuable quality in people of your circle of influence. And then lastly, this realist is the person that is going to get their point across, like I said before, but you will not necessarily like it every single time, but you value this person's opinion enough that you will respect it every single time. This is someone that maybe has been in your life for some time, and they have earned that place in your circle to be able to do that and say that. Whatever that qualifier is for you, but definitely have a realist in your circle of influence. The next person is the optimist. Now, I love this person. She's like the pie in the sky, gumdrops and rainbows. She sees good in absolutely everything, okay? They may not understand what it is you're trying to accomplish, but they know you and they believe in you and they're there to support you. They're going to be extremely motivating and affirming to you, not in a salesy kind of way where they're just trying to get on your good side, but they're going to help you see the glass half full in the majority of circumstances. They recognize that negativity is all around us and they don't have to be the one to point it out. What they can point out is encouragement, motivation, inspiration. They can be the shoulder to lean on. They can be the hug when you need it. They can be the girls' night out when you need that as well. The optimist is there to keep your head up and really help you stay in a positive mindset so that you can achieve the things that you're trying to achieve. If this is tracking with you so far, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode, and go ahead and give this video a like and start thinking about if you have any of these people in your circle of influence. And if you do, who are they? And maybe this is a good time to appreciate them in some way. All right, let's move on to the third person that you should have on your team, and that is your motivator. Now, this person has a style all their own. They are someone maybe you look up to, you are inspired by, and you want to not necessarily imitate what they're doing, but you see them making an impact and you want to interpret that, their actions, you want to be able to interpret that to fit into your ideas of how to do things. And so you are always watching this person, but they're in your corner because they're there to kind of reach down and pull you up. They're giving you advice. They're offering their suggestions. They are providing you with tools and insights that you may not have thought of. I talked about this in an earlier video. We don't know what we don't know. So having an open mindset is the most important thing you can do, because then people like your motivator can pour into you. They can provide you with information you didn't have before, which could ultimately be the piece of the puzzle that helps you complete your own puzzle. This motivator is there to really be someone to look up to, but at the same time, they might be a peer, they might be a little bit ahead of you, but they're definitely able to give you the information you need, the advice you might need. They're also going to hold you accountable because they've been there, done that, have buttons and t-shirts. You cannot pull a fast one over on them. So you know that you have to kind of come to them correct. You have to have all of your ducks in a row because they're going to be able to see through it. That's the motivator. You want to have someone like that on your team. Now, the last person that needs to be on your team adjacent to this team member, they're necessary. And this is the hater. Why do we need the hater? Because the hater is going to light a fire under us and make us want to do better, just so we can rub their nose in it and say, you didn't think I could. When we're inside the Project CEO, one of the things we do is a personal matrix. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it, but what I'll say is this: all come with baggage, and a lot of that baggage isn't ours. Those haters have found a way to put things in our bags, and when we go through it and give it back to them, we can sit back and say, I bet you didn't think I could. Watch me do it. I love that. That is a great role that the hater has on our team. We need somebody to be able to say, nah, I'm gonna show you better. I can show you better than I can tell you. So you want to have this person on your team adjacent. Also, you want to keep this person on your team because they keep you on your toes. You're going to fact check, you're going to measure twice and cut once, because you know they're coming for you. You know that they're going to be nitpicking the things that you say. So it's going to help you stay more detailed, be more discerning, and really watch what you're doing in a way that is going to be helpful. Now, I don't want you to be afraid. I don't want you to let them intimidate you. That is not what this hater is for. But they are there to help keep you on your toes and make sure that you are doing your due diligence, because you want to be able to prove them wrong. That's the point. The other thing that the hater does, they don't even know they're doing, is they draw attention to you. You know, in church, they say what the devil meant for bad, the Lord will make good. Honey bun, that is so true in the case of your hater. They might have something to say about you. They might mouth off and spread these things and tell people in your circle or your networking group. But what it does is it makes those people look at you and say, is she really doing that? Does that really happen? And when they get there and see that you really are awesome, sometimes they end up being clients, honey, all because Mr. Hater sent them to you for something else. So these 4 people are definitely people that should be on your team, your circle of influence, not necessarily on your team that work for you or that are contractors, but people in your circle of influence that are going to help you move a little bit closer to your finish line, to the goal that you have for yourself. And I'm sure we all have. And if you do, if you can recognize anybody in your circle of influence that fits the mold for these descriptions that I just gave, go ahead and show them some appreciation. Give them some love today because they deserve it. They are being real with you. They are helping you to stay optimistic. They are motivating and encouraging you. And they might be lighting a little fire under you so that you can prove them wrong. All right. Thank you again. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Give this video a big thumbs up. And lastly, join the community, the CEO Circle. It is a fun place to be. We are accessing mindsets that are getting us places, honey. So join us. All right. All that information will be down in the show notes. I'll see you again next week. Bye.